Welcome, welcome. Take a moment to land. And as you land, just notice, wow, I'm alive. Notice your breath. Notice your breath. And just like wonder, the wonder of it. We take this breath in. So inside or outside, it doesn't matter. The oxygen and the air that we all share. Just take this breath in. Allow it to fill your lungs. Allow that sensation move to your belly. And see, maybe for you today, can you take that sensation the whole way through to your fingertips? Easier to do maybe at the end of a class than at the beginning, but first thing in the morning, sometimes you can connect with that and really just let the breath come to your fingertips. And then exhale, letting it go. And today I'm going to invite you to warm up, to loosen up, to wiggle in a slightly different way. Now, if you're outside and the grass is a little bit damp, then probably not for you. You want to do it standing. But for other people, I'm going to invite you to do it on the floor, because we become habitualized into a pattern. So even though our pattern is no pattern, this is our 34th day, maybe 35th day, something like that, of doing this practice together. So let's break the pattern, even though you may not realize you have a pattern. Let's see if we change the orientation that you're in, what effect that has. So just go onto the ground. And if that doesn't suit you, if you haven't got space, if the grass is damp, then just come to standing. Just have a little roll. Explore what it's like. What about on your belly? Side to side, front to back. What about just taking one leg out some odd way? Just explore. What's the sensation of the ground like underneath you? What's it like to roll your neck in this way? What's it like to curl up into a ball and release out? What way does that take you? Often when we go into what we used to back when, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, when I used to teach stretching as part of the yoga, we'd come from the center and we would just go out. But I've completely changed that now, because then you're fighting that stretch reflex, that thing that keeps you safe. I always said your stiffness keeps you safe. It's called the stretch reflex. So rather than, it's like a morning yawn. So coming into wherever you feel a little bit stiff, a little bit tight, come into it, roll into it, and then from there expand out. This whole thing is like a morning yawn. When you get up, you want to roll in and expand out. Take one more moment. If there's any place that you haven't explored yet that's calling you, any place you want to revisit, see how that is. Maybe into fingers, toes. Don't forget those little bits left at the edges that got forgotten. And then gradually, slowly, no rush, making your way to standing. Oops. And so then as we come to standing, you're now, for most of you, in a different orientation. What is it like to be in this orientation? With this relationship to gravity. Find your feet again. And from here, we'll do the same. We'll keep this softness in the body as we go, but from the feet. So finding your feet, really having your feet earthed to the ground. Rolling on the outside, rolling on the inside, heels onto the toes, just experimenting, playing, and then getting them solid. So spreading from the toes across the ball of the foot, down into the heel, so you're really making contact with the ground, earthed, connected, rooted. And then the same on the other side. Once we've got this grounding, once we're there, then we're free to open and expand. And we're going to do that the same way, like the yawn I was talking about. We take a breath in, and so as we exhale, we kind of curl into where we're a little bit tight. Everything kind of gets a little bit curled in. And then like a yawn, we can open up. Oh, I was talking about yawning, has me yawning. Again, curling into everywhere that's a little bit tight, so you're exaggerating the contraction. And from this place, powering from the feet, and yet it's soft, so the feet earthed, the breath expanding, opening, reaching, and maybe coming to your toes and reaching for the stars or the clouds or the birds. Exhaling, coming on back down. This time when we come down, we're going to stay down. So coming on down through your squat and coming to flat back. Ooh. Finding flat back, finding that length in it. From flat back into your squat, and from your squat back into a lunge. Playing with your lunges, walking it out, waking it up. Bending and releasing. So for you, do you want to put the back knee on the ground? Or are you happy to stay up? What's giving you a little bit of movement, a little bit of mobility? For me, I want to go side to side as well in this, because and then whenever you're ready, leaning into the back foot, finding that pathway weight from the back foot, coming up and back to center. From center, bending the knees, coming on up and back to prayer. I have something going on in my legs, so I'm not going to be doing all these movements. When you're ready, inhaling to length so that when you exhale, you soften everything. Inhaling, expanding. Connection. Feel how we're all breathing the same breath. Exhaling, curling on down. We're going to stay down and come to flat back. Exploring into flat back. From flat back, bend the knees and stepping back with the opposite leg. And again here, playing with your lunges. Seeing how it is. What's the strength like today? What's the mobility like today? And these are relationships. Then whenever you're ready, let your weight come in through the back leg to the back foot, and then from there rebounding from the ground back up to half fold to forward fold, from forward fold through your squat, coming on up to prayer. Let your breath settle. See what you need. Stillness normally for me, but today I need a wiggle. So find your way. There's no right way. When you're ready, with your breath, we're going to go again. Inhaling length, exhaling curl, soften, release. So then from this place of release, you can come to a place as you inhale of expansion. Maybe even letting the head come back, allowing the chest to open, see what you like for a back bend. Exhaling, curling on down. As you curl down, we're going to go straight to flat back, through your squat to flat back. Back into your squat. Stepping back with one leg, and here we're playing now with our lunges this week. So back knee on the ground, untuck the back toe, and allow yourself just release into this lunge. It's nice to kind of repeat the same bits for a week. You kind of notice it gets a little bit of muscle memory going on. Coming from the front to the back, so sitting back towards the back heel. You're not on the back heel, but you're towards it. Initially, toes flat on the ground. And then you can take your toes up. See if that's a different experience. From here, coming back to the front. This time not overextending the knee, but bringing both hands now to the center, taking the knee out to the side. See how that is. And if it's okay for you, if you feel stable, you can then open up the foot. Releasing the foot. Let me go here so you can see what I'm doing. Releasing the foot, allowing the knee to come away. And so I'm in dragon pose. My back knee was a bit uncomfortable, so I just lifted it and let it go down again. Dragon pose, there's no weight going through that leg. You're simply allowing hip opening, then closing it up again. And if you'd like to, before we bring the leg back in, you can just see what it's like to come onto your elbows if that's available to you. That may or may not be available. See what it feels like. And if you have the books, the dictionaries, or the blocks that I spoke about, you can raise the floor. Coming back up, walking that knee back in between the legs. And then we have an option if you want to, if you're comfortable, and if you can reach the floor, or if you've got blocks, you can allow that front leg release out a little bit. Depending on where you're at, you don't want any weight going through here, okay? This is all the weight is coming through your hands. So I have blocks today. You can use blocks in any order, or you might have dictionaries, something to raise the floor if you need to. And just releasing here. Allowing the back knee back on the ground. Bringing your butt back is going to drag that front foot forward for you, so then you can come back into your lunge. And from your lunge, if you remember, what are we doing? We're going straight into our plank. So we're just experimenting, playing, coming into a plank. From your plank, laying your body down. Low to the ground and then release. Come up to your cobra. See what that's like for today. It's first thing in the morning, so it's possible that it's only the tiniest little arch. See where it feels nice for your body. But if you come too high, you've got compression. You're not doing yourself any favors. Last week, or yesterday, we were experimenting with a new way of coming out of this pose, which is coming up, engaging your belly, bringing yourself back, then to tabletop. So movement coming from the belly and the hips till you get to a neutral tabletop. From table, again, as normal, we go back into hare, tuck our toes, and bring ourselves up into dog. First dog of the day, walk it out. Unless, of course, you're watching this in the evening, in which case, who knows, you might have done loads of dogs. Walk it out. Ease it out. When you're ready, you're going to step with your right foot. So looking between your hands, stepping with your right foot, meeting with your left. Soft knees as you come on up. And back to prayer. Let's do it all again. Inhaling to length, exhaling to roll. Inhaling to expand. Open, long receipt, long inhale, opening, receiving everything there is to receive for you today. Exhaling, gently curling back down. A moment in a squatted chair pose before we straighten the legs and come to flat back. From flat back, immediately then we're coming back as the breath, not immediately as the breath, into squat. And from squat, stepping back with the left leg, we're into lunge on the other side. Releasing that knee to the ground, back knee to the ground, untuck your toes. If your knee is uncomfortable, pad it up. Beginning by just letting yourself come into that lunge. So you can take your arms up if you like, or you can keep your hands on the ground, but just releasing into that lunge. Being mindful because your knee is overshooting your ankle, which we say never to do. So be mindful and see if that's okay for you. Switching then. Straightening the front knee, bending more along to the back. So you're taking your butt back, the front leg is straight, the toes are on the ground. See how your balance is here. If you're comfortable with that, then you can take the front toes up towards your nose and suddenly you have a whole new rain of sensation raining down on you. Be with that sensation, enjoy it. Releasing forward then again, transition. So this is what we've been practicing, this transition forward and back. What we've been doing every day, getting this so that you can move like on train tracks, or I see pictured as almost train wheels, moving forward and moving back. So you can make that transition seamlessly, moving forward. This time the knee will not overshoot because we're going to play then with dragon. So don't let your knee overshoot. And move the knee to the side, hands together. Knee to the side, hands together. And this time you're going to allow this knee, again, if you can take the weight in your hands, allow the knee to open. If the ground is too far away and you happen to have blocks or 2 even dictionaries near you, you can use something to raise the floor. Allowing this hip to open, dragon pose. And seeing how that is for you. Exploring the sensations. When you're ready, bring that knee back to center. And then see maybe, just maybe, you want to come onto your elbows, or maybe onto one elbow, or onto an elbow on a block. It takes a moment to see what's available today, and then coming back out of it. It's not a destination we're looking for. We're looking for the experience of trying, of playing. Switch hands on knee again, so the knee is back in the center, one hand either side. And here again we have an option, if you like to, allow that front leg open up. So you're heading towards straightening at the knee. It's not going to straighten, so don't be worried, unless you happen to be able to do the splits, but certainly I'm not. So allowing that leg to come forward, but the weight is going through your arms here, okay? There's no weight on these legs because we want to allow freedom of the muscles. So your weight can be through your hands, either on the ground or on a block or on like I say, a book or something. And just being with that. And then how do you get out of this? Back knee on the ground. Slide your butt back towards your heels. The same transition we've been practicing for weeks. Once your foot is back towards you, you will then be able to just hinge forward. And you're in a lunge that's easy to get out of. What are we doing from here? We're coming into plank. So making your way back into plank. From plank, laying your body down. From here into cobra, coming long before you come high. And this cobra may be different to the last cobra. And then see if you want to experiment what we've been doing, you want to really engage your pelvic floor, engage your belly, all your belly, and move your belly back. If that is not okay on your back or on your belly, then do what we've been doing all along, more arms. Back into hair, and from hair, coming up into dog. See how your dog is. Ease it, release it if you wish, or stay still if you wish. And then whenever you're ready, you're coming onto your back. So I'm playing just crossing my legs, sitting myself down. Don't have enough space, I need to scoot forward. And then rolling onto my back. Find any way that suits you to come to your back. We've done a lot of movement on this front back plane when we were in sun salutation. Now there's an option to do a little bit of side. So side rolling, windscreen wipers, or a twist. Just taking a moment. And then whenever you're ready, taking one of those rolls that's going to take you the whole way around and bring you back to seat. Fantastic. So again, it's always your choice. But comfort is the essence. So if you want to stay in the ground, you can feel free. If you're working on this verticality for your meditation, then come to seated. Being able to sit is a practice. And so find your breath. Help your breath support you come into good posture. Help your posture support you to get great breath. Then just check in. How are you? How are you feeling now? How's your mind, your body, your emotional body? Bringing your awareness to your breath. Today I'm inviting you to be an explorer of the sensations within your body. Anybody's been doing the eye rest? This is what we've been working on this week, was sensations. So imagine if there was a line straight through this center of your body from head to tail. Just notice the difference. How is the right side of your body? Bringing your attention to the lungs on the right side of the body, allowing them to expand. Feeling the difference, the length between the bottom of the ribs and the top of the pelvis. Noticing as you breathe, can you feel your belly expand on the right side of your body? Can you feel movement in or out of your pelvis on the right side of your body? The right shoulder. Bring your attention now to the left side of your body. Left lung. Left belly, the breath. How does it affect the abdomen cavity? Left pelvis. the organs in the pelvis and the pelvis itself. The left shoulder, shoulder girdle, shoulder blade, into the left neck. Bringing your attention now back to the right side of your body. And then switching from right side to left side at your own time. And now integrate them. Feel your entire torso as one piece, as one bit, as one integrated being. Feel how in actual fact, even though you were able to do it, you were able to split your body right side and left side. That was a construction. The truth is your body is fully, fully integrated. If you cut half of your body off, it wouldn't exist anymore. It needs the other side to work. And so I invite you to notice during the day today, how many other useful constructions are there? This is useful. You can notice and you can learn a lot. How many other useful cognitive constructions do we make, where we make separations that aren't actually there, but we do it to understand or to explain or to be able to comprehend what's going on. Sometimes we forget to reintegrate them and us, him and me. And so from this place of integration, and even if you can take your fingers, your toes, your legs, your head, your tail, the whole lot into the next breath. And I invite you to set an intention for yourself for today, if one comes to mind. And if none comes to mind, hold that open space. Breathing the intention into your body. Exhaling it out. And then from there, have a little wiggle, have a little wiggle. And just gradually see what it's like. While we were doing this, I was doing the right and left, and then I got to my ears. And so I put an earring in one ear, and it's funny now, it feels really heavy. The one ear feels really heavy, and the other ear feels really light. It's really mad. Normally I never even notice. So I invite you to play with this idea of separation and reintegration. And so we take our hands together as we close. We bow our heads and offer peace. Om Shanti.